Welcome fragrance family and friends to another review. I'm Tommy with Studio Scents. Today I've got a very special review from a very special fragrance from a very special friend. We're going to take a closer look at Galleria Parfums Dream Woods. So kind of excited about this. So when we return, we'll go over why this fragrance might be the best release of 2020, that and more. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. I want to say please forgive my voice. I think I'm starting to lose it a little bit. We'll get through this together though, and I didn't want to not do a review because this fragrance, man, let me just tell you, I've been wearing it for the past couple days and I'm blown away at how good it is, how chameleon-like it is, how many uses, how hyper versatile it is, the breadth, the depth, the body of this fragrance. And of course, I am referring to Dream Woods by Galleria Parfums, a creation of my best friend, Ashton of Gents Scents. He's had a love of fragrance for all of his life, turned into a desire to create an amazing fragrance. And I'm just here to tell you guys, hands down, Dream Woods has turned into one of my favorite releases of 2020. Why is Dream Woods such a great fragrance, and why am I saying all this? It's not because Ash is my best friend. It's not because of any of that. Literally, I'm saying that because of this right here, this little guy right here. When a fragrance is this good, it sells itself. You don't have to say anything. I did a review a couple days ago of Cognac Cafe, and so we did look at that presentation a little bit deeper, more intense. So I'm just gonna kind of cursory go over the presentation. This is the Galleria Parfums box. Got a very leather-like feel to it. It's very tactile. I do like that. Comes with a gold backing. Inside, you've got this luxurious satin, and there's foam padding beneath that, and that's where the actual bottle sits. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. It sits pretty tightly. You can set it on the shelf like that if you want to. To me, I'm gonna use these so often, there's no reason that they'll be in the box. So there is a certain well-known phrase out there from a fragrance reviewer that says, F the box. In this case, I would say save the box because it's just really nice. It's a really nice presentation. So everything about Dream Woods is niche quality. It is a niche brand fragrance. It is one of the best, if not the best fragrance that I've smelled in 2020. For so many different reasons. Now, when I said it's a chameleon fragrance, I literally meant that. When you first spray this on, it has a sweetness about it right out of the bottle. It is uniformly sweet. It is almost near gourmand. Rich synergy of the high quality ingredients that were used to create this. Now, I'm gonna go over them. Each box comes with its own card. It's a glossy cardstock, and it's got a photograph representing the concept of the fragrance. It's capturing that twilight moment either before the sun comes up or right before the hush that settles in a forest when it goes down. So you notice that there is a lavish lavender forest.
A dream about being in the forest, in the woods, out in nature. And then you wake up from that dream. So you just kind of wake up in the middle of the night and you can kind of remember bits and pieces of that dream, the light coming down through the leaves of the trees. You have that remembrance, but it's blurred along the edges. You know, you're kind of starting to forget how everything was. A dreamlike take on woods.
Now, this is an extrait de parfum concentration, 27% concentration of oils. This was created by master perfumer Bertrand Duchefort.
Just an enormous, enormous perfumer. The top has Italian grapefruit, Sicilian bergamot, Indian cedarwood leaves, juniper berry, Guatemalan cardamom, and ginger. In the mid, we have French lavender, which is actually a really nice high quality lavender in this one, Spanish nutmeg, driftwood, a juicy fig, and then a seasoned quince. Then in the base, we've got Gaiac wood, Peru balsam, tonka, vanilla, ambergris, and Indonesian patchouli.
Now, I know that I've said this before, but each one of these comes in a beautiful bottle presentation. The lid itself is extremely heavy. It is plastic on the inside, but heavy metal on the outside, so there's no click into place. It uses pressure and weight, you know, to stay on. It's pretty awesome. And each one of these little bottles is pressurized. So when the juice comes out, it comes out in the finest mist of spray. It is pressure sensitive. So depending upon how much you want to come out is the pressure you put. I'm gonna waste 3 sprays for you guys just because it is actually settling back on me. I cannot get enough of this fragrance. This is such a multi-layered, multi-level, multi-dimensional fragrance, and that's why I call it a chameleon fragrance, because when you first smell it, so you get that bright, juicy open with the grapefruit and the bergamot. You'll catch little hints here and there of fragrant notes like the darker, richer nutmeg. The patchouli is really nice and earthy and dry. It's kind of when you mix the tonka bean, the vanilla, the fig, the nutmeg together, you get that kind of darker, richer scents. And that's why I call this the chameleon fragrance, because just when you think you're catching these specific notes, it's just hinting at those notes.
The fig, the quince, the lavender, the bits of citrus in the opening, the ambergris, the tonka, the vanilla, all this stuff working together in harmony.
It's a very masculine, woody fragrance, and that's how this dries down. When you dream, there's infinite possibilities. You don't know what's gonna happen in your dreams. Sometimes they're silly, sometimes they're powerfully poignant. And that's exactly what this fragrance feels like. Like, there's a slightly playful side to it, but also it feels like there's a message in this fragrance that's extremely poignant. And it pulls you in a direction that ultimately, it's like being on the edge of a forest. The deeper you walk into the forest,
the cedarwood leaves,
the denser it becomes, the more you're surrounded by wild.
The gaiac wood,
the more exotic it seems, and that's the way this fragrance is. The more that it dries down, the more exotic it seems.
The driftwood.
Some of those brighter notes tend to go away, and suddenly you find yourself in a deep, rich, dense forest, and you're like, how did I get here? That's the dry down of dream woods. This could easily be worn dressed up. This could be, I could see this in an upscale environment or situation, but also it's definitely one of those I wear for myself type fragrances, so it can be worn casually. The infusion of high quality oils is eminently obvious as soon as you spray this on. There's no doubt and no question about it. Dream Woods, it's a keeper. Guys, that's it for my review of Dream Woods from Galleria Parfums, an amazing, amazing fragrance. I highly recommend that if you don't get the full bottle yourself, please try out the Discovery set. I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can check out the website. It's just a few bucks for the entire Discovery set. Not only do you have all 7 fragrances, but you've got enough to wear and to experience with each one of them. It's so worth it. If you're a lover of fragrance and you're looking for something new and exciting, it's an experience you don't want to go without. You want to give yourself that. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out my video today. I'm really happy that you did and came by and supported me on my channel. It truly does mean the world to me. I'm looking for 2021 to be a year of growth, a year of substantial increase of production values in my video as I'm able to take time away from my full-time job and look at my career, which YouTube is what I consider my career, and spend more time doing this, what I truly love doing. And so I really do appreciate your support. For you new guys out there, new people out there that are coming by the channel, thanks so much for giving me a chance. I hope to see you again. And for returning users, thank you so much for your loyalty. I'm Tommy with Studio Scents, and I'll see you tomorrow.